just a little bit. Awesome movie, Fantasyland. This is what the migrants love. They love Fantasyland. Dreamland, that's what they're coming for, folks. We got a good show for you this evening. Great videos and lots of news, lots of updates, lots of news of what is going on in Chicago. And it's not getting better, folks. It's not getting better. Like, share, and subscribe. My name is Morty. This is Land Cruiser Midwest, and we bring you migrant mayhem on a daily basis. It's what you guys want. That's all the news that you can use for migrants. Okay, so let's bring this music down now. So there you have it. Let me take these goofy glasses. These are inspired by Anton Daniels. You tell me who's got the goofier glasses, me or Anton. So there you go. Let me take these off. I can't do a show with those on. All right. So let's get going. Let's get going. Here's an update. The buses have been rolling into Chicago. Again, these guys are just dropping them off wherever they can. I guess Aurora, which is now busily trying to draft an ordinance to impound buses and fine them. They had some there a couple days ago. Now it's Lockport. Who knows where they're coming next? I told Governor Abbott, send some to Crystal Lake. Send some to Barrington. Yeah, that's where they need to go. Send some to Palatine or Arlington Heights, guys. That's where they need to go. All right, so let's watch this video, and off we go. Off we go.
Word tonight that migrant buses coming from Texas are now stopping off in the suburbs. All amid a new crackdown from the city. Lockport police confirmed at least one bus from El Paso dropped off a few dozen migrants at a metro station there this afternoon. A viewer sent us this video that shows the migrants boarding Park District buses headed downtown to OEMC headquarters. Lockport
keep them downtown, folks.
With food and with water. Earlier this week, Texas chartered a private plane to drop off migrants at O'Hare in retaliation to Mayor Johnson's recent pushback on bus drop-offs. Now, we have reached out to the city as well as the Texas governor for comment. We are also working to confirm reports of similar drop-offs in the Kankakee area. We will continue to bring you updates as this story develops.
All over the south suburbs. There you go. I also saw a video. I keep telling you guys, right? I keep telling you that what's going to happen in New York City is going to happen in Chicago. Well, here's a report.
Drinking coffee in the morning burns 15 pounds a week.
Let's get this one queued up for you guys. There's reports of in New York City, in one of the boroughs, Staten Island, way out in Staten Island, they got some, and now the migrants are going door to door asking for food and clothing, if you can imagine that. That's what you got. I tell you, you need to keep your head on a swivel when you go out, folks, because they're going to be knocking on your door sometime soon. Migrant man. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be ringing your doorbell. Migrant man, let me in. It's sad, but that's where we're at. It's out of control. It's growing in an exponential shape. And let's see what they're saying about it in New York City. New York City, Staten Island, folks. That's where a lot of the Italians live. You guys know I'm Italian.
Has learned asylum seekers in New York City are going door to door looking for help on Staten Island. Just days ago, Mayor Eric Adams declared a state of emergency over the migrant arrivals from the southern border, calling it a manufactured crisis. Dre Clark is live from New York City, where more than 17,000 asylum seekers has been dropped off. Dre, if it was manufactured, it's now very real.
It's very real, and in fact, the mayor here in New York City, Eric Adams, says what's happening here in the city is a humanitarian crisis. He also said last Friday that it will cost the city $1 billion to provide housing and social services for the migrants. It's estimated that some 17,000 migrants have arrived here in...
That number seems low. 17,000 since May for New York City. That seems very, very low.
...the city since May. Most of the migrants are now staying at more than 40 hotels spread out across the city, including the ones you see here behind me on Staten Island. Now, according to people who live here in the Travis section of Staten Island, busloads of migrants were dropped people off here at the Staten Island Inn 2 weeks ago, where the city is sponsoring their stay. The people who live here in the community say they were never told the migrants were coming. In recent days, homeowners...
See how that happens? They don't tell you anything. Great politicians, great communications. They just show up and they're knocking on your door. Migrant man, I tell you guys, it's coming.
Business owners claim that some of the migrants have been going door to door looking for clothes or food. Now, some sympathetic people have been dropping off coats and jackets here at the hotel for the migrants, but the people who live here really want to know if the migrants will be staying here long term.
We're a small community. These people are already walking around the neighborhood, knocking on their doors, asking for food, asking for clothing. And this is only the beginning. I don't know how many rooms are filled, but it's only going to get worse. The Travis community is very Republican. And I think from my thought process and what I'm seeing, nobody's very supportive of the border situation.
Wonder if they'll eat pizza.
Under control. But these people care about human beings, and they also care about their own children and own businesses.
Now, after Mayor Eric Adams declared that...
So if you're in that area of New York City and you don't eat pizza, that's like I don't know, violating some type of religious law. I don't know, guys. That's a highly Italian community.
A state of emergency last Friday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott tweeted this response, in part saying, sanctuary cities like New York City experience a fraction of what Texas border communities face every day. Mayor Adams calling what's happening here in New York City a national crisis, and also asking the federal government to send both money and resources sooner than later. Mitch?
Trey, thank you for that report from New York. We'll see you in an hour for more. Thank you.
Okay, so I got another one here from New York City, because I've been hearing that I have some friends that went downtown Chicago about a week ago, and the way some of these guys make money is they sell candy bars and wash windows in the median and stuff. So here's a report from New York City where the migrants are selling food in the subways, okay? I mean, the subways are nasty enough in New York City, and you don't need any more food down there. You got rats lugging around pizza slices on stairs. I mean, it's crazy in the subway in New York. It's crazy what you see. So let's see what they have to say about the people setting up food stands in the subway.
I'm going to go beyond the headline. As more migrants arrive in New York, we want to go beyond the headlines and highlight some of the personal stories of those who made the long and dangerous journey to the U.S.
And tonight we introduce you to a woman who came here from Ecuador and is now trying to make a living selling churros in the subway. Now,
I'll let you know, I love empanadas. Churros, not a big fan, but I could love me some good empanadas.
Fox 5's Christine Russo has her story.
Selling churros and water bottles, Elvia Caiza says everything she does is for her two sons. I can make $100 or sometimes $120 a day. She came here from Ecuador 3 months ago, making the journey like so many other recently arrived migrants, mostly on foot. Selling churros, she says, is her way of getting by in the city. $5. But some days, she only makes enough to break even.
El churro me cuesta $1, pero yo le doy a $2 porque el azúcar.
The churros cost me about $1, and I charge $2 because of the sugar, which I add myself, so sometimes I don't bring home much money. On a hot Friday, she sells as much as she can before the daily afternoon police sweeps.
Llego a las 12, a la 1 del día y paso hasta las 9, hasta las 10.
I get here at 2, and then sometimes I stay past 11 until I finish selling everything. Other vendors coming by to give her the heads up that a few officers were on their way. The fines, I'm told, are $100, often more than many make in a day. This afternoon, we saw police confiscate one vendor's entire cart. Times Square has often been a hub for unlicensed vendors. While it's a ubiquitous image of city life, it is still...
Now, I guess it's great that she's trying to make a living, but the more you let this go, like they say in the New York, the busted window policing, the more you let little things go, the bigger things happen. So here's a lady, she obviously doesn't have a license. She's not allowed to do this, but she's doing it anyway. But granted, she's not cooking anything. Before you know it, they'll be cooking hot dogs and empanadas in the subway and getting people sick, right? Just like the migrants in Chicago got sick, you're going to see people in New York City in the subway getting sick from eating that stuff.
Prohibited by the New York City.
Buyer beware, folks.
Pero dando gracias a Dios, me siento muy contenta para poder aquí trabajar y salir en adelante con mis hijos.
But thanks to God, I feel really happy to be able to work and continue moving forward with my sons. More than 70,000 asylum seekers have arrived in New York City over the last year. Recently, Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul have requested the Biden administration help expedite the process for asylum seekers to get their legal working permits.
Welcome to New York City. Don't mind the rats and the garbage bags laying around. Oh, if you guys have been in New York City, you'll never want to go back again. My skin cried. I went to New York City twice, and my skin crawled. You couldn't get me out of there fast enough.
In Times Square, Christine Russo, Fox 5 News.
So there you have it. There you have it. Some more migrant updates. Comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Morty, the migrant hunter, and just kind of putting some things out there for you guys because this is coming to Chicago. It's probably already. They're already in Chicago. Haven't heard any reports of them selling stuff in the subways, but I have heard they're down in some of the inner city streets and the medians and on the sidewalks selling stuff and doing haircuts underneath the viaducts and stuff. It's happening. It's happening out there, folks. It is happening, and they're coming to a town near you, if not to your home, right? Migrant man. Yep, that's what's going to happen, folks. They're going to be knocking on your door looking for some churros or something, right? Do you got a bottle of water and some churros for me? No, go away. All right, so we got to play some sounds here. What would it be without some sounds? Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked the show. We're almost over. We're going to end early today. It's cold and windy here in Chicago. It's been raining all day, so we'll let you guys go. We'll come back tomorrow with more migrant news, and there's always incoming. Always incoming. There you go. Incoming, and it's all about this, folks. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's all about this. It's all about the dollar. Migrants are learning that, and before you know it, they'll be taking American jobs left and right. We'll see about that. Anyway, Morty the Migrant Hunter here. Migrant Mayhem, Land Cruiser Midwives. Like, share, and ring the bell, and you'll get notifications when we put out a new episode every day. Okay, talk to you guys later. Over and out.